vectors. Two vectors are said to be para if the angle in between them is what? 0. Now, given vector A and vector B, having this symbol in between them, what it means is that vector A is parallel to vector B. We can also say that a vector is parallel to another vector if one of the vectors is a scalar multiplication of the other. Or we can use the dot product, of which we know that the angle between the two vectors is what? 0, to find a relation for parallel vectors. We're going to consider the two scenarios. Let's look at the dot product first. For the dot product, say that A dot B over magnitude of A times magnitude of B is equal to cos of what? Theta. Note, if the two vectors A and B are parallel, then it means my angle theta is going to be what? 0. Okay, now if it is 0, when we replace this theta with 0, we're going to have cos what? 0. Then we have A dot B over magnitude of A times magnitude of B equal to cos of what? 0. But cos of 0 is equal to what? 1. If that is true, then we know that A dot B will be A magnitude of A times magnitude of B equal to what? 1. This implies that A dot B will be equal to what? Magnitude of A times magnitude of what? B. Or simply, I can also say that vector A is parallel to vector B if vector A is a scalar multiplication of vector what? B. Right. So with these two scenarios, any of them could be used to show that two vectors are parallel. Let us solve this simple example. Given that vector A is equal to 12, 8, and vector B is equal to 3m. Find the value of m if vector A is parallel to vector B. Solution. Since vector A and B are parallel, then we can say that vector A is equal to a scalar multiplication of what? Vector B. This K is any constant, right? And we're going to write the components of our vector A in place of the A. So we have the vector A being 12 and 8 equal to a certain constant, which we don't know, K, by the components of vector what? B, that is 3m. Good. Now, having this, we can multiply this K by the components of the B. Then we're going to have 12, 8 equal to 3k and mk. But look here, also this vector 12, 8 is equal to 3k mk. But according to equal vectors, if a certain vector is equal to a certain vector, then I can say that the horizontal components are equal, and also the vertical components are what? Equal. Because of that, I can say 12 is equal to what? 3k. Now, to find the value of k, just need to divide both sides by what? 3. Then we have 12 equal to 3k over 3 over 3, dividing both sides by the coefficient of k, which is 3, 3. So my k will be equal to what? 4. Again, to find the value for m, we also know that mk, the vertical components, mk is equal to what? 8, right? 8. But already we know the value for what? K to be what? 4. Then in place of k, what do we write there? 4. Then we're going to have 4m for the k, and then m is equal to what? 8, right? See, in place of k, we already work for k, that k is equal to what? 4. Then in place of k, I write what? 4 there. But the operation between the m and the k is what? Multiplication. So it's going to be 4 times m, which is 4m, equal to what? 8, right? Now, to find the value of m, I need to divide both sides by the coefficient of what? M. And the coefficient of m is what? 4. 4 over 4m is equal to what? 8 over 4. 4 divided by 4 is what? 1. So we're going to have what? 1 times m, which is m. And then 8 divided by 4 is what? 2. Therefore, my m is equal to 2. Without finding their value for our m, given that a and b are para-vectors. Subscribe to the channel for more side videos. See you when I see you. Thank you.